If you can smell through your TVs, this smells amazing down.
The suits behind me, the silver ones, they nicknamed their potato suits.
I can just show you how bad the winds are out here.
Again, 4 people have been arrested and they will be charged.
Talk about bad timing for this winter storm.
Someone's gone on a spree plowing down traffic signs. Now, if you're an independent voter and you're coming out for this election,
there are all types of storm shelters. This is obviously an underground
As you can see, the wind gusts are very strong out here.
Doorbuster deals, it's all worth it.
10 years ago, a steer went for a swim as well. That's why Lawton Police want to remind you to stay safe. As you can see from my sticker, I voted yesterday. I'm concerned about what this is going to smell like once temperatures begin to rise. There's a thin layer of soil. Underneath that, an aquifer base. Just below the horizon, you can still see a little bit of smoke.
If I didn't try one for myself.
When he veered right off the road, traveling 750 feet. Land behind me is the proposed site for the new Correctional Facility. So what's the fuss over these little bullets? But if I go down here, you can see how much deeper it is. Gallegos is currently behind me in the city jail. He's awaiting arraignment.
Now, catching your cheating spouse may be easier than you thought.
Right now, the hot ticket item is gold. You can see from this pole right next to me, it is covered in ice. Reporting in Lake Minnetonka, I'm Lindsay Vocht for 7 News.
Good morning, Texoma.
Good morning, Texoma. Welcome back. Well, no rest for some local firefighters overnight after a mobile home went up in flames in northern Comanche County. Well, with round 2 of Winter Storm 2011 on the way to Texoma, your woman stationed at Tinker Air Force Base is part of that lawsuit. Now, a judge has ruled there is enough evidence for former Marlow police officer Rodney Richards. Well, the union for Lawton's non-uniformed employees like secretaries, garbage collectors, and technicians could soon be a thing of the past.
That's now that the Oklahoma.
Well, the ground has been shaking in Arkansas, and it could be felt in 4 other states, including Oklahoma. You can take a look at this surveillance video from a store in Greenbrier. The clerk feels the 4.7 earthquake and runs for cover. The quake shook things up late Sunday night about 35 miles north of Little Rock. No injuries or serious damage has been reported, but a couple of dishes were broken in this store. Arkansas has had nearly 800 quakes since September, but officials say this was the strongest.
Lindsay, how you holding up?
I'm holding up good, just knowing that Justin is talking about 60-degree weather coming up. That's what's keeping me going out here because it is absolutely freezing. Feels like the winds are starting to pick up a little bit more just as I say that. Of course, that's creating more and more snow drifts. All morning I've been showing you this snow drift in front of me to show you how high it is. At my feet, it's about maybe 1.5 inches, but if I step down here, this snow drift is probably about 7 inches, maybe even 8 inches or so. And the same thing is happening on a lot of the roadways all across Texoma. When we were driving down here, some of the spots there was no snow on the road whatsoever. It was smooth sailing, but then you drive about 10 feet and there would be a snow drift that was up to 6 inches or so. And I imagine we've been out here for about an hour and a half, so I imagine they're getting even higher by now. So if you have any plans to drive anywhere today, be sure to call ahead, make sure they're open, check out the bottom of our screen, see if it's on there. If it's not on there, even call ahead just to make sure, because the chances are they are going to be closed today. If you do have to drive somewhere, be very, very careful. Give yourself extra time. You want to bundle up, make sure you have lots of gas in your car in case there's any chance you're going to get stranded anywhere, because you do not want to be outside in this weather. Take it from me, because it is absolutely freezing out here. These wind chills that Justin is talking about, I think it feels even worse. I mean, the wind hitting your face, it's pretty much unbearable. So be careful if you do have to head anywhere today, and take it safe. Reporting live in Southwest Lawton, I'm Lindsay Vogt. Monty, back to you.
They may look healthy, but take a look around. Feces, urine-soaked paper, and can lids everywhere. Court Clerk Kerwin Kardokas owns the building, and when he saw us, he came right over to talk.
Only in the last few months have I had these dogs here.
But sir, there's not even a dog bowl, there's nothing. There's just
they're
thrown on the floor.
But they are healthy dogs.
And neighbors say they've never seen the dogs outside getting exercise. They're constantly cooped up.
It's not like that I'm a terrible person, but I have to agree that I've let this get out of hand.
Take a look at where the building is, on the same block as the police station, and right next door, the municipal building where Kardokas' office is. I spoke with the police chief, Thomas Haythorne, and he told me he didn't know anything about the problem until last week. I asked him if he heard the dogs barking.
We don't go that way, we stay up this way.
Cockroaches shouldn't have to live in something like that.
He had no comment except that they would be investigating. On the other hand, Animal Control Officer Mike Love told me he knew nothing about it until we got there.
I asked you if you knew there were dogs in there, and you told me no.
There wasn't any over there to rattlesnake weekend.
You never heard about this until just now, the second?
Yeah, just a while ago.
But Cardocas tells me differently.
And the city council knows this, and the animal control officer knows this.
And later,
I have been trying to work through it, and the animal control officer knows that.
whoever knew what, Cardocas says he's willing to clean up his act.
I apologize, and I apologize to those persons that are concerned about it.
Almost 100 degrees today, and the only shelter for these dogs, a ripped tarp to huddle under. Their water bowl is almost empty. It's practically impossible for them to run around without stepping in their own feces. The whole situation has the citizens of Apache fed up.
They're really sick by, how Kerwin keeps the animals. It's embarrassing to the town.
Kara Kaufman lives directly behind the building where we first found the dogs. Cardocas promised he would take them to a shelter that day. But turns out they're still there, and now there's another one in the back. Kaufman tells me the smell is unbearable.
It's just, we can't open our windows, and it's just ridiculous. He's not up here to smell this. You do not live up here, we live up here. We shouldn't have to move.
This is what it looked like 3 weeks ago, so Cardocas did clean up the feces from the ground. It may be more sanitary, but look at all the ticks on this dog's ear. Cardocas still says they're healthy.
It's not bad for their health. It's not desirable.
It's not. So if I check with the Humane Society, it's okay for dogs to be living in their own feces?
No, they're not living in their own feces.
How about your other dogs over at the trailer? They are.
They are not.
Take a look for yourself and you decide. And over at Cardocas' home, the dogs do have some shade. I counted 6 in all, but